Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my paper. I need to say sorry first because if you see this video, it means I face the issue of my internet, and I need to say thank you to my tutors, Dr. Marie Davidová. He introduced me the systemic thinking and the Giga map to me, which helped me to learn a lot for the contextual analysis. And let's start my papers. The start point of my paper is how do architects develop their practice in unfamiliar cities under the specific context? As we know nowadays, many architects created their business around the world. And is there a better way to analyze the requirements and the need of the specific context in the cities? So I would show what I learned in systemic thinking and Gigamap. And the core unit of this paper is about my case study in Palermo. So, and based on this, my methodology is based on two practice. Practice A is about what I learned in Gigamap, the study trip about St. Figgins, a Welsh ancient museum, and practice B is about how I use Gigamap for thinking the project of my unit in Rome and Palermo. So the reason I am interested in Gigamap is about you could see these two pictures. The picture on the left is the buildings created by Moshe Safdie in Singapore. The right is uh, his another work in Chongqing cities, China. So what made me curious is about why he used the same design method, design factors in total different cities. Is it right? So it's inspired my critical thinking. Is there a better way for architects have a better contextual analyze uh, in their design thinkings? So my practice A is about my study trip in St. Vegans. So in our group work, we have different tasks to achieve and gathering together to create a Giga map, including the study trip, Giga map paintings, and the model makings and the skylight testing, and the final Giga map graphic. So you could see this Giga map includes different element, interior, exterior temperatures, light, and material and cultural identities and their histories. We use this method to build a so we could grab and gathering what we need in GigaMap. And the practice B is about how I use GigaMap for thinking the project of my unit. So my unit is about the refugee and migrants crisis in Europe. So my study trip is based on Rome and Palermo and created my core design project in Palermo. So you could see there are many refugees and migrants come to Europe, come to Palermo. So it's need intercultural node for reduce reduce the barrier between different cultural people. So that's that is what I am to do. And the basis on this, I need to figure out the design thinking and system thinking, what I need to explore in Palamos. So I use the thinking of systemic thinking and design practice, system practice, design thinking, include it to involve my own version to my own methodologies to have a contextual analyze, including a static study trip, statistic research, interviews, physical model lectures, and based it on the context, I hand out the general proposals and use the first literature reviews to define a research gap. And after I define the research question and research aim, I use second literature review to figure out some specific design method to finish my design project, including the urban levels, intermediate levels, and architecture level. So you could see this Giga map is about I make the contextual analysis in polymers, including their people's life in Bulgaria area, which is most crowded area lived by migrants and refugees, and there are different category of city space and their potentials and existing issues, and the category of the local stakeholders, including city council, schools, and NGOs, what they contribute the surveys for migrant and refugees, and based I build my judgment of context. I select Santa Chiara as the central node, as a central space to explore my design project. And in this Giga map, I hang out different use could in the different use of Santa Chiara in my proposal and the current use and the potential use in different level. So I could make a clear judgment for the use for the associated program for each stakeholders could place it in the urban level. So I also graphic the urban sections around Sankakiatas, which it could connect it to the different associated programs to encourage people to participate. And the next Gigamap is about I made a knowledge mapping for my literature reviews and to define a research gap. And I hang out my proposal about use associated program to get a stakeholder together and encourage people to participate in and I also placed the associated program in Santa Chiara, which related to different single NGO, single stakeholders. And the second literature review to define their space qualities in associated programs, and two case studies about the experience of operated among different stakeholders and NGOs and organizations. So last part I created my own design, including the public space, the semi-public space in Santa Chiatas, the Via Formagis, the the 90 centrals theaters, and the musician schools, community centers, and local workshop, and the children care service centers, and the playgrounds, meeting rooms, which is based on the Giga map and the two literature reviews. What I learned, I grab them to apply it in my design project. So finally, what I learned in the systemic thinking and gigamap is about first about the link. I could link different factors, different elements to build up an index, which I could use when I need to help me to make a design decision. And the second is about the critical thinking in different situations. So I could use these specific systemic thinkings in some special occasions to dealing with some difficult context and complete context. And the last part is about Gigamapping could help me to make a judgment of in the future in the next stage design in a long term period. So that's all the core interpretations of my papers. So thank you for watching my presentations. I need to say sorry again. I faced the internet issues, and I record this video in my neighbor's house. So hope you will stay safe.